FBI Director Kash Patel faced a congressional oversight hearing today into why the Epstein files have not been released. They concerned the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, who ran a sex trafficking ring. One of President Trump's campaign promises was to release the files, which he is now refusing to do. The CBC's Karina Roman is in Washington and joins me now. And so, Karina, what was the FBI Director Kash Patel grilled about in terms of the Epstein files?
Well, some Democratic House representatives tried to pick up where their Senate colleagues left off yesterday at the hearing the Senate one. They're incredulous at his assertion at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing that there is no credible information that convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein trafficked his victims to others, that somehow he's saying that it was just for Jeffrey Epstein. This despite reports from victims who have given testimony and statements to the FBI with names involved. So Patel was asked over and over, is he saying that these women and underage girls aren't credible? And he wouldn't really answer that question, but have a listen to this exchange.
These are women who came to the Hill and testified that they were groomed and raped at the age of 14 and 16 years old, and they called to meet with the president and to meet with the FBI and to have people investigate their claims. Some of them have never testified before. If you are so interested in getting the public to submit any information, why have you not met with them? You said you haven't met with them. Have you met with them? I'll give you one more chance.
My job as the FBI director is to invite all investigative leads.
Is the answer yes or no to whether or not you met with these women who were sexually abused and raped?
In fact, he was also grilled on other avenues of non-investigation. There's reports of billions of dollars in transfers that went to finance Epstein's trafficking. And so Patel was asked why not follow the money. And in addition to being accused of not interviewing the women who are the alleged victims, another Democratic congressman made another suggestion of who they might want to talk to. Have a listen.
Author Michael Wolff has conducted numerous interviews of Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to play for you a video clip of what Michael Wolff said Epstein told him was in the safe and what he showed the author was in this safe.
And he came out with photographs. They were Polaroids, I think, and he kind of spread them out like playing cards. And it was Trump. I mean, I think there were a dozen of them, and it was Trump with girls of an uncertain age at Epstein's Palm Beach house, where all of the things that he would ultimately be accused of.
Are there any photos showing Donald Trump with girls of an uncertain age?
No.
How do you know that?
Because that information would have been brought to light by multiple administrations and FBI investigators over the course of the last 20 years.
Well, you know what? That's just not true, because no one knew about the creepy birthday message that Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein until the Wall Street Journal disclosed it, and then all of a sudden, the Epstein estate provides it to Congress.
Well, So, Karina, why is this continued focus on the FBI's handling of the Epstein files significant?
Well, because it means Patel's claims of sort of nothing to see here, that there's no credible evidence of widespread trafficking, this coming after being so vocal in the past couple of years, Patel and others in Trump's circle, that there was a cover-up, but the cover-up, of course, being at that time by the Democrats, according to them. So this switch in tone gives credibility to the Democrats and their argument that Patel is part of a cover-up. And because within the MAGA movement and among Trump supporters, this is the one story that does not sit well with them. And it's not just about Trump's name being in the files. Conservatives who have long called for transparency believe there are other powerful names in those files that should be exposed. So Trump has repeatedly tried to tell supporters it's time to drop the story, that there's nothing more to say or nothing more to see. But these hearings show that he's obviously not successful so far in killing it.
Karina, thank you. The CBC's Karina Roman, live in Washington.